Hey everyone, I know I've been out of commission for a little bit, but here's a video of how I'm going to do a pedicure for my husband. First, I'm getting some hot water, well, maybe not so hot, but because he can't stand that hot water. You're putting it in a dish pan, get some Epsom salt, put it in the water, and now I have some Shea Moisture tea tree oil, just putting a couple of drops of those in the water just to make the water a little bit more relaxing. And now I'm just going to mix it all up together, and hopefully he doesn't burn to death. Now I have him placed in the living room. I put a towel down and I'm just gonna have him place his feet in the water. He'll tell me that it's too hot and I'll tell him to buck up, he'll be alright. And we'll just have him sit here for about 10 to 15 minutes just to get the skin nice and soft and easier for me to manage. What I'm doing here is I have a wooden cuticle pusher that came in a box of nails that I did for myself, and I'm just going to push his cuticles back and try and loosen up some of that dead skin that's around his cuticles so I could trim it off later. What I have here is the Netter Gold Toxin Eliminating Scrub. I'm going to use this to try and loosen up some of that extra dead skin that's on his feet, if I can get the jar open. It has Himalayan pink salt, extra virgin olive oil, red Alea sea salt, honey, hemp seed oil, rose hip essential oil, and a whole bunch of other really good oils that'll help loosen up the skin and also keep the skin moisturized without stripping too much out of the body. And it smells really good. It's a little messy because it's got salt and stuff in it, so it's not going to completely stay together, but it smells really good. And it also left my hands pretty soft, so there's that. And yeah, I really love this scrub. Make sure you scrub the entire foot. You don't want to leave any dead skin on the foot if you can help it. I really have to get his heels because since he doesn't have a large arch, he puts a lot of his weight on his heels and on the ball of his feet. So I have to make sure I really get those because that's where a lot of his skin likes to toughen up and get really thick. So that's the part that I really have to scrub really good on. Don't forget to get in between your toes too. You have dead skin in between there too. Next, get your toenail clippers and start clipping away those long, scraggly ass toenails. These toenails have been slicing my legs up almost every night, so he's really overdue for a pedicure. I should have did this like weeks ago, but I'm getting to it now. When you cut the toenails, make sure you're going straight across to try to avoid getting ingrown toenails. I'm not the best at removing them because I'm not a professional, so I would suggest just making sure you go straight across to try to avoid it in the long run. Now with my cuticle cutters, I'm going to cut the cuticles around his toes. Remember not to cut too far down. You don't want to cut into live skin because it'll hurt. So just take your time and really make sure that you're just getting the dead skin. And now I'm just going to take my nail file and file the nails down as smooth as I can possibly get them and get them to a desired length. And repeat this on the other foot as well. I have this e-file I picked up from Walmart that has like a file and a metal bit to help loosen up the skin around the cuticle area as well. So I'm going to use that and the other file to kind of smooth down the nail, just to get it smooth and shiny. You do want to be gentle with this because it is electric and you don't want to thin out the nail too much because it'll become painful. So just make sure you pay attention. I also picked up this electric pumice stone. There's two different kinds on here. There's one that's normal and then one that's extra rough. I'm just going to use the normal one to try and lift up the dead skin that's on his feet. Again, be careful with this being electric. It is going kind of fast, and I've noticed that if you leave it on one area too long, it'll start to hurt. So just be careful and just pay attention to what you're doing so you don't hurt anybody or yourself. I'm just making sure I'm getting those tough areas, which is right around his heel and right around the balls of his feet as well. After I'm done with that, I remove the water and I dry his feet off. Make sure you dry off the skin really well. You don't want any leftover wetness on the skin. Make sure you dry in between the toes. Any excess water that's left in between the toes can turn into fungus. Next, I'm taking Netter Gold 24 karat gold body butter and moisturizing his feet, making sure to get the tough areas really good and just massaging that in really well. Making sure I get in between the toes as well. You don't want that skin to get dry again, so moisturizing the entire foot is important. And here's a final product. Nice and smooth, nice and clean. He said it feels really good. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give me a thumbs up and I will see you guys soon.